Honeybun's Mystery. Deep in the forests of South America, the realm of horses stayed strong. There were no longer 47 horses in one king. There were no longer 5 herds. Now there were 56 horses and 7 herds. The old king's successor, a young stallion, was now ruling. His messenger and bodyguard was Peanut Butter's son, also called Peanut Butter. But even though things were changing, things in Midnight, Copper, and Honeybun's herd remained mostly the same. Honeybun, now a young and pretty mare with a milk-white coat and a mouse-brown mane, quietly grazed next to Cookie, her mother. Copper and Midnight kicked up their heels and raced around the herd. They begged Honeybun to play with them. She joined Midnight and Copper in racing around the herd. One day, about a week later, Cookie began to have a terrible cough. Mucus came out her nostrils, and her eyes were watery. Other horses began to get sick, too. Copper came down with it. It was a horrible illness. Healthy horses were supposed to stay away from the sick ones, so Honeybun had to stay away from Cookie. No one knew where the sickness came from. The king ordered a search to be made for any suspicious things that could cause the illness. Everyone was puzzled and full of a sickening fear. Midnight had always been a curious horse. He had a reputation for getting into things. Well, one day he decided to go exploring, away from the herd. He told Honeybun that she could come with him, but no one else. Honeybun knew that she should not follow Midnight, but she reluctantly agreed to go. Deep into the forest they penetrated, climbing over rocks and branches, wading in streams, finding food where they could. Finally, Honeybun stopped dead in her tracks. "I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm wet and cold," she complained. "Let's go back." Maybe later," started Midnight, looking nervous. "No, now," replied Honeybun firmly. "We can't go back. We're lost," said Midnight bluntly. "Not now, not ever can we go back. We're lost." Honeybun almost kicked Midnight when he said that. "I thought you knew how to get back," she said crossly. "Nope," answered Midnight. They plodded on through the underbrush miserably, not knowing the time and not caring. They tried to ignore their empty stomachs. Suddenly, Midnight's head came up. "Water!" he trumpeted. "I smell water!" "I hear it, too! It's a waterfall!" cried Honeybun. The two burst out of the forest and scampered to the pool of water the little waterfall made. Honeybun drank until her sides bulged. She snuffled around the clearing, looking for choice pieces of grass. Midnight threw up his head. He stared in the direction of which he and Honeybun had come. Honeybun looked at Midnight, then looked at the place in which he was staring. A gray pony with a black mane and silver hoofs stepped out of the forest. Behind it was another pony that looked exactly the same, only had bleary eyes and was dragging its feet. They gave no indication that they sensed the horses. "Shadow ponies," whispered Midnight, rigid. He slowly backed away. Honeybun followed. Shadow ponies loved to cause mischief in the kingdom, but were easily chased off. Why was Midnight so scared? "Look," he hissed, nodding his head toward the bleary-eyed pony. Honeybun gasped. It had watery eyes, mucus, and a hacking cough. Midnight spurted out of the clearing, into the woods, in the general direction of home. Honeybun trotted after him, then sped up to a canter. They ran and they ran, covering ground fast. Panting, Midnight stopped and waited for Honeybun to catch up. With a snort, she stopped beside him. "Of all the stupid things to do," she began. Midnight nudged her. "Look," he simply said. Honeybun looked. They were on a hill on the edge of the kingdom's territory. Honeybun breathed a sigh of relief. It was so good to be home. Then she looked at Midnight. "Why did you run off?" she asked. "What about the sick shadow pony scared you?" "The shadow ponies carried the disease to our kind," he replied. "I remembered that a shadow pony had been sighted a few days ago. That means that it spread the sickness," exclaimed Honeybun. Midnight nodded. "What will we do now?" asked Honeybun. "Report to the king," answered Midnight. And they did. The puzzle was solved, the horses got well, and the shadow ponies were chased away. Rest and peace reigned in the land, and the adventures of Midnight, Copper, and Honeybun are passed down through the generations. To this day, the horse kingdom thrives, and it always will. The end.